Hi everyone, this is Kassie, and these are the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of August the 1st to August the 7th. I hope you had a great week. Tell me in the comments below how the energies we see in the cards manifested for you. And if you enjoy my videos, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like and share, so that these videos can reach a bigger audience. Don't forget to push the notifications bell too, so that you don't miss anything I upload. If you are interested in having your cards read by me, you can find me on my online platform www.kassie.com, where you will get 3 free minutes with your subscription to use in your first session. If you want to watch last week's predictions, you can find them on the link above. Our deck for today is called the Magic Tarot deck, a beautifully illustrated deck rich in symbolism and imagery. But let's see the predictions. For Aries, we got the Star, and now it's the Page of Pentacles. The Star is a card of high goals, optimism, hope, and it puts your focus on your future and the things you want to accomplish. The Star is also guidance, so perhaps you got valuable advice last week about how to make your dreams come true, and this week things are getting more grounded, so you will now feel more confident that you know how to bring those plans into reality. The Page of Pentacles is the card of the apprentice, so you may decide to learn something new this week, to start a new course, or to learn a new skill, something that will help you in the future and will open some new doors for you. If you are wondering about another's feelings, it appears that this person is thinking things through. They don't want to make a hasty decision, they want to feel very certain, and they weigh the pros and cons before they decide to go ahead with something. They move slowly and carefully because they want everything to be perfect, and that could test your patience because your pace is faster, you are a fire sign anyway, and you may start feeling frustrated as at this stage you want things to move faster. However, this person represented by this page, which by the way is probably an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, is faithful, reliable and loving, but they have some growing up to do because pages are the kings in tarot, as we've seen before, so they always show a certain amount of immaturity, or they show that something is in the very early stages and you need to give it time to develop. The energy of the Page of Pentacles will help you achieve your goals, it will help you realize your ambitions, and that's why this week opportunities will arise, opportunities that can lead to independence, and that could be financial independence, or more independence in a relationship, or it could be that you are deciding to start a new path, a new career that will make you more independent in general, and you will be willing to make the necessary effort, as this energy will give you the inspiration and the motivation to go after your dreams. Also, there will probably be a very lucky coincidence and synchronicity because pages do show opportunities, and as long as you remain grounded and realistic, you can be sure that you will make the right decisions. The energy of the Page of Pentacles points towards security and safe choices, and if you play safe, avoiding extreme reactions and drama, you will know that you are on the right path. The beginning of the week holds the strongest energy. For Taurus, we had the Ten of Pentacles, and now it's the King of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles you got last week marks the successful completion of a stage, and you must have experienced some very positive energies around you, or people who were willing to help you, people who were attuned to your energy and your vibration, so I believe that last week had some very special moments for you. Now the King of Pentacles is a male energy around you, possibly an earth sign or ascendant, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, and you will probably get down to work with him and accomplish something significant together. That could be a professional matter, or it could be a relationship that needs effort to become more stable, because Pentacles love stability, they love making things solid and long-lasting. This man loves structured and methodical work, that's why spontaneous or unpredictable moves are not his cup of tea. This week you'll have the chance to establish a base, a foundation to build upon in the future, but developments will be slow, so you need to manage impatience, as feeling impatient and impulsive will get you out of tune with this energy and will probably cause contrasts with another person who wants to take things more slowly, as they want to be certain that they are doing what will bring the best possible results. It's possible that you'll have to deal with a family or property matter in which a conservative approach is advised, so try to avoid bold or risky moves, especially if you are making long-term plans and investments. A practical matter is completing this week. Expect good news about loans, money and career. An event that happened between early April and early May could require your attention again this week, or there will be some sort of completion or culmination of something that started back then. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they have feelings for you, but they are reserved and they are slow, because Pentacles are almost always like that. They don't want to make decisions that would compromise their sense of security. They don't like taking risks, so don't expect them to make bold moves. They prefer to move with slow and steady steps. For Gemini, we had the Nine of Cups and now it's the Temperance. The Nine of Cups you got last week shows that you must have felt satisfied with your progress, with something you achieved or with something that has been offered to you. And maybe you received a blessing, which in some cases could be a blessing in disguise. Now the Temperance this week puts you on a waiting mode, as the Temperance is the card of patience in Tarot, a very slow energy that usually happens for a reason. The Temperance often suggests a need for healing, and actually that's one of the cards in Tarot associated with healing, and that means this week you will have to slow down a little and look around you and allow yourself to absorb the current energies, to see where you're heading and if the destination you're moving towards is where you really want to be, especially if you're healing after a breakup or after a big disruption that happened in your life. Also, if you've been waiting for someone to return, the advice of this card is to not wait passively, because that will bring much stagnation in your life and you will feel like nothing's happening and nothing's changing and everything is stuck. You can always choose to keep your options open and keep working on getting the right elements for something to happen. If, for instance, you're looking for a new job or a new relationship, aim for the right position or the right person, and if you feel resistance, then try something else and then something else until you get it right. The Temperance is about waiting, but in a manner that's productive. A person who's an air sign, Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, will play a role in your life this week, and if you're wondering about how this person feels, they have a mixture of different feelings, at times negative, at times positive, but they are trying to blend and reconcile those conflicting emotions, which means that they have the intention to work on your relationship. Their feelings are not fully positive or completely negative. They are willing to look and find some common middle ground though, so that you can both feel happy. It's clear that with the energy of the Temperance you will have to make compromises, as the situation needs constant adjustments and work to make it right. In 15 days from now, waiting will be over and a shift of energies will occur. For Cancer, we had the Nine of Pentacles and now it's the Six of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a strong sense of independence and strong sense of satisfaction, security, knowing that you made the right moves and the right decisions that brought you to a place that feels right for you. Now the Six of Pentacles is an agreement you are going to make this week, a deal that will probably hold for a long time, as Pentacles show long-lasting and solid situations. The Six of Pentacles is Moon in Taurus, and that's an exalted placement for the Moon, meaning the best placement the Moon can get, and since the Moon represents our feelings, our Taurus is a strong Earth sign, it basically means that you are going to manifest the experiences and resources you need to feel comfortable and secure with your life or with a particular relationship. You will take action with the purpose to feel more emotionally fulfilled and secure. This is a very positive card about business agreement and financial settlements, so you can use this energy in your favor if you're dealing with money issues or if you're trying to come to an agreement that would benefit all people involved. It's also possible that you will get a very positive job offer that will have potential to be a long-term situation. And perhaps you will experience the culmination of something that happened between the 1st and the 10th of May. If you want to know how someone feels about you, they feel they want to have a balanced and harmonious connection with you. That means if there's been an argument or a disruption in your relationship, they want to fix things and they want to come to a more balanced agreement with you. If you want to know how something will progress, things are getting more serious, more practical, which is a good thing if you're looking for stability. And since you had another Earth card last week, the message here is that things are now stabilizing in your life, things are getting more solid in ways that will allow you to feel more confident with the situation you are in. Saturday seems to be the strongest day of this week. For Leo, we had the King of Swords and now it's the Five of Wands. The King of Swords is a male in your life who's probably an air sign or ascendant, meaning Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, and with the Five of Wands you got last week, there might be some power struggles in a relationship. The Five of Wands is a card of competition and often shows that people are working at cross purposes, so you may want to get ready for some contrasts, not serious conflicts though. Whatever you experience this week will be a transient energy, and although at times this particular person can be annoying, at the same time stirring the waters a little can be beneficial if you feel that your relationship has stagnated. No matter what happens this week, it won't be as bad as it first looked or anticipated. Since there won't be too much time to make a methodical plan, you will have to act spontaneously and make a strategy as you go along. The Five of Wands is Saturn in Leo, and that means that you may find that someone in your personal or professional life is trying to control or to direct your actions in a way that serves their own interests but not necessarily yours. And it's very important that these days you get in touch with your real and deeper needs, because there might be a tendency to suppress your needs or to deny yourself certain pleasures, and that's because you want to do the right thing or because you want to push yourself as hard as you can at this stage. That's okay if, for instance, you want to lose weight or to plan a healthier routine in your life, as you will need that kind of discipline, but make sure that you're not too harsh on yourself. Thursday will be a significant day this week, as that's when the energy of the Five of Cups will be culminating, so keep yourself centered and grounded so that you can channel the best of this energy and not the difficult aspects of it. The Five of Wands is a high energy card, and you can use its energy to accomplish things that you could not at a previous stage, or to stand out one way or another. For Virgo, we had the Ace of Pentacles and now it's the Nine of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles you got last week is an offer, a new beginning, something that started and it felt promising, but it appears that this week with the Nine of Swords you are either changing your mind or something will happen that will change the dynamics of a situation, and you may start having second thoughts about it, thinking that it's not as promising as it appeared to be in the beginning. The Nine of Swords is Mars in Gemini, and that means this week you will deal with a fast-paced situation, a lot of coming and going possibly, and you may be surprised to realize that you are fine with that, as you do need action at this stage, and there's a tendency to get bored easily, especially since you've been through some pretty boring routines lately. You will notice that your words are now very powerful, and you will find that your ability to persuade and manipulate with words is now very enhanced, as well as your ability to seduce and to lead. However, Mars can be unpredictable, so try to think before you speak to avoid conflicts. If you find that someone's trying to cause trouble, try to not participate in that. Your moods will shift throughout the week as well as your energy levels. If you feel that you need some time by yourself, away from others, seek solitude to quiet your mind, and that will help you unwind. Something that happened between the 1st and the 10th of June may be disrupted now, like for instance communications, or something that was discussed but back then will be reassessed now. If you're wondering how someone feels, they may feel a strong longing for you. However, they find that there are so many obstacles in the way that at this stage they cannot see how things could develop between you. The Nine of Swords indicates that at the moment your connection is rather difficult, bringing anguish and stress, so this person may be stressing a lot over their feelings. In 9-10 days from now, there will be a very important talk that will clarify something in a way that leaves no room for doubts or uncertainty. For Libra, we had the Nine of Wands and now it's the Knight of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands you got last week is a rather intense and difficult energy, as it often comes with resistance and opposition from other people, and perhaps you had to defend yourself to stand up for what you felt was right. Now this week with the Knight of Pentacles, energies are settling down and you will find that things are progressing more smoothly, people will start to behave and you too will feel more grounded and more stable. The Knight of Pentacles is someone in your life who's an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, and there seems to be history with this person. But things are not moving as fast as you would like them to move, and there might be a back and forth or on and off dynamic in your relationship. There has been and there still is a stubbornness, as they have a very particular way of seeing things, and although there is some common ground, at the same time something's missing, and that has to do with the way this person is seeing things. It's possible that you are falling into the same old patterns that keep replaying, and yes, there is a connection that can last for a long time. Maybe it has already lasted for too long, but you need to start doing things in a way that breaks those old patterns and allows fresh energy into your relationship. Matters of career, money, property, investments are now favored, so that's a good time to buy or sell something or to look for a new job, but don't make bold moves. Be conservative and reserved and play safe. A trip may be organized this week, and that could be a trip that will happen after several months, but it may be something that requires good planning and maybe you'll have to save some money for that too. If you're wondering how someone feels about you, they feel the need to make a pause or to slow down, and you have to be patient, avoiding to jump into situations, into relationships blindly, especially if those situations are new and you haven't yet figured out what it is all about. First, you need to decide whether something is aligned with your goals and your dreams, or if it's something that should be avoided. For Scorpio, we had the King of Pentacles and now it's the Knight of Cups. The King of Pentacles you got last week was a stabilizing and grounding energy, and something must have gotten more stable or something came to a completion. That could be related to your career or to financial situations, but it could also be about the practical aspects of a relationship. Now you got the Knight of Cups that basically represents the emotional aspects of a relationship, so this week you will probably talk about your feelings, or you may organize something nice with your partner, like for instance a trip, as Knights are often associated with traveling and movement. The Knight of Cups is someone who's a water sign like you, another Scorpio or a Cancer or Pisces that will play a significant role this week. The Knight of Cups always encourages us to express our feelings, to do something nice, something that will make us feel good. So try to do things that make you feel emotionally fulfilled. Try to act more spontaneously and more emotionally. You will follow your heart more than you will listen to your head this week, and that's okay, because we do need this polarity. We can't be driven by logic or by practicalities all the time. Neither can we be too sentimental all the time. We do need this fluctuation between one state and another, and that's what you will feel this week. Also, someone who was rigid or unresponsive will become more open to sharing emotionally. And you may have a beautiful expression of emotions this week, especially if things have been blocked one way or another. If you are wondering how someone feels, they have romantic and sexual feelings for you, they are fantasizing about you, and since Knights are always moving and always on a quest, you should expect that someone will get more active this week and will make some moves that previously were blocked. Also, you may receive a very positive invitation or offer. Knight of Cups is one of the slower nights, so things are developing but not too fast. You need to give something 2-3 weeks in order to fully grow or to show its real potential. For Sagittarius, we had the Strength, and now it's the Three of Swords. With the Strength you got last week, which means that maybe you had to be more self-accepting and you had to trust your own judgment without being swayed by other people's opinion. And that probably puts you in a very advantageous position. The Three of Swords is a disruptive card, and I expect you will decide to move away from something. If you know Tarot, the Three of Swords is a card of separation. However, in my experience, it's usually something temporary and transient. Yes, it comes with some difficult emotions. You may feel upset about something someone said, or you may feel that you're fed up with a situation that keeps repeating and you decide to remove yourself or to walk away, or someone else does that all the time, but then you always return again to the previous situation, and the problem with that is that you may not be able to move from a certain stage to a new stage, and this week the need to move from one stage to another will be very, very strong, as you will feel that you don't want to repeat the same thing anymore. The Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra, which means that you won't be overly emotional and you may be called to be responsible in your role to one of your partnerships, personal or business partnerships. Saturn is about being serious, it's about learning a lesson or giving a lesson. Try to deal with whatever comes up in a way that's disciplined, and don't forget the lessons you've learned in the past, as that will help you avoid painful situations. Wednesday seems to have a particular significance this week, so make a note for that day. If you want to know how someone feels, there might be a pause or a disruption because their feelings are not very positive at the moment. Perhaps you had a fight with that person and they felt that you were unfair to them, or they felt that they could not live up to your expectations. Also, communications may not be very stable or frequent these days because there are things that need to be said, or because there are things that have been said but they were misunderstood. For Capricorn, we had the Six of Pentacles and now it's the Seven of Wands. The Six of Pentacles is an agreement, a deal. Maybe you had talks and negotiations about a job or a relationship, or you even made an agreement in an attempt to make something more positive or more beneficial for all people involved. Now with the Seven of Wands, there might be some differences or some resistance, but you will feel active to protect yourself and your interests, and that means you can get more defensive this week, or another may get defensive as a result of your actions. You will stand your ground when it comes to outer influences and opinions, and that could put you in an uncomfortable position, especially if you feel that everyone's against you, which might or might not be true. Before you take action and start attacking someone, make sure that your fears are founded first, as under this energy there's a risk that you will attack someone unfairly. So there might be some arguments or disagreements this week, but at the same time there will be passion too and very strong sexual energies. The temperature is rising when it comes to sexuality, and you will experience some very intense moments. The Seven of Wands is Mars in Leo, which means that your words, your actions, and your presence will make a strong impression. You'll have great self-confidence, you believe you are right. Just make sure that you have the goods to back up your plans, your ideas, and anything you do will come with great pride. But there are two different sides in this coin. Make sure that whatever you do is for the right reasons, because if it's not, you will find that other people or the person you are interested in will be very opposed to what you're trying to do, and they will block you in every turn. A significant event will happen in 6 to 7 days, and that will change the dynamics and the outcome of a situation, while between August 16 and August 25 you will find yourself dealing with too many different energies and situations, which will be easier if you learn how to work together with the people involved, if you learn to work as a team so that you avoid opposition. For Aquarius, we had the Ace of Swords and now it's the High Priestess. The Ace of Swords is a card of clarity, communications and control. So maybe you had a very enlightening talk last week, something that made you feel in control of a situation that was previously vague or confusing. However, the energy is again changing because the High Priestess is not as straightforward or clear as the Ace of Swords. It's a very different energy, it's cryptic, subtle and indirect. It's possible that you will have to deal with someone who's not opening their cards, so to speak, and maybe this person is a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, and they have taken some distance at the moment, or communication with them is difficult and blocked. Or maybe you're dealing with someone who's not physically present, maybe they live in a different city or different country, or something happened and you don't meet each other anymore, or you are in a secret relationship. Keep in mind that the High Priestess always keeps secrets. This could also be a professional situation. For example, you are offered a position or an opportunity that for one reason or another you won't be able to share openly with others at this stage, and you may need to keep to yourself for a while until things unfold completely. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are volatile and ever-changing, as the High Priestess rules the moon, and the moon's energy is unstable when it comes to feelings. That's why you should expect some fluctuations and ups and downs. So one day they may feel very loving and devoted, and the next day cold and aloof. If there's a matter that's been confusing, the High Priestess means that at this stage you cannot resolve this matter because there is more to be revealed. Avoid pushing situations if there are difficulties and you cannot figure out how things are. Let things develop and unfold naturally. Monday, the day of the moon, is the strongest day this week, and generally it's the beginning of the week that you should expect the strongest expression of this energy. For Pisces, we had the Eight of Wands and now it's the Eight of Pentacles. You got the Eight of Wands last week, indicating quick moving action and plenty of creative inspiration and motivation. This is a card that shows energy unleashed constructively and with no obstacles, so perhaps there was something you achieved quite easily last week and maybe unexpectedly too. Now you got another 8, the 8 of Pentacles, and 8s are associated with the strength in major arcana, and they show you how to find a way to access your own particular strength if you wish to make real progress in something. The Eight of Pentacles is commitment and determination, and you will be making solid progress and solid plans, and you will be dealing primarily with the practical aspects of a situation or a relationship. The Eight of Pentacles is work, so this week you will be very busy, but that's not just about work or money, it's also about the effort you make in your relationships in order to create a secure environment where you will feel confident that you are on the right track. If you want to know how someone feels about you, their feelings are growing and they are willing to put in the work that a relationship requires, and at the same time they may be working out their feelings and they want to learn more about you. The Eight of Pentacles is Sun in Virgo, and that's good if you want to get things done efficiently, and you will have some very interesting developments in career or financial matters, especially if you've worked methodically and diligently. This will be a week of commitment which can manifest either in personal or professional situations. In personal relationships, you will find that you will be dealing with practical aspects of a relationship. You will make plans with your partner, more effort if effort was missing. The phase between 23 August and 1st September will be a significant phase for you, or something that was stopped or blocked will get unblocked and will start moving forward this week. So these were the weekly tarot horoscopes for the week of August the 1st to August the 7th. I hope you enjoyed them and I will see you next week. Have a nice and productive week.